my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm!
So let's talk about Johnny Cage.
Goofy as always.
Yes. So one of the main things about Johnny Cage is he is a mix-up and pop-up combo starter machine.
Yep.
Like,
We're not showing it yet. Are we showing it?
Let's go. Let's
go to it. All right.
a ton of his new moves pop up for a combo.
And one thing that you'll notice quickly is he doesn't have like his traditional Johnny Cage energy. Right? Like,
right.
Like, you know, he could manipulate energy when he was doing his kicks, or he would throw the force balls and things like that, right? Like, he doesn't use this as a more of a grounded character, but still has those same attacks, right?
Right. In fact, he does not have the energy balls at all. In the new era, Liu Kang has reshaped the world, and Johnny Cage is strictly anti-zoning. He hates it. He can't stand it. But to
What a
make up for
world.
that,
No magic.
yeah, to make up for that, he has excellent rushdown and unique ways to get in.
Yeah.
So one of the new moves we like to show is this command dash. He quickly goes in, you can use it to cover space, and if you're close, he can actually go through the opponent.
All right, so he has no more green power, so that kind of sucks a little bit. But then again, the effects on him look really cool. So he's kind of like a superhuman in a sense. You know what I mean? Where his reflexes are ridiculously good. So that's mad interesting that they chose to do this with him. So you're definitely going to have to use a certain type of cameo to close the distance on the opponent, because it seems like he's going to be vulnerable when he's doing that. He can also switch sides with you, so you're definitely going to need your cameo for that. You might be able to sneak it in every now and again. Also, this might be a great way to escape the corner as well, so the opponent is definitely going to have to look out for that. So I'm not mad about this or nothing like this, because there's so many different options that you can use with this, especially with side switching combos, I would assume as well that you can use this with. So like I said, it doesn't look bad to me, but we're going to continue on with the video.
Is this command dash. He quickly goes in, you can use it to cover space, and if you're close, he can actually go through the opponent.
I guess you wonder where I've been.
He's that fast.
He can also do it twice.
Which helps you close in pressure, of course, too.
Exactly.
Now, is he vulnerable during that time?
He is.
Okay, gotcha.
Another new thing he has, which I think is one of the neatest thing about him, is the hype meter.
I gotta hype it up!
This is it. This is the thing.
This is what sold you.
So, in the corner you can see the little star.
Yeah.
As he does special moves and certain taunts, he'll start to build it up.
Right.
So what are the taunts? Well, if you hold L2 after doing some of his special moves, he will hold a pose and look really cool.
And notice the star is filling up.
Yes.
Oh. Yeah. I'll do some other stuff so you can see. So for example, he has his nut punch, but he can actually hold it and do a taunt version. Then, once it's full, you're fully charged, and when you're ready,
It's time to wow out.
you activate it. So this gives you the ability to special cancel special moves into other special moves.
That's a lot of special and canceling. Oh, so you do double nut punch.
That's right.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And can't you do like multiple kicks in a row and just be like, blah, blah,
That's
blah,
right.
blah, blah. Yeah. Now, if that's not the top of fun, I don't know what is.
This is what excited me the most. And also, like, I think we talked about it, some of the information got out during our event in Los Angeles, that you have, if you go down, 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 it's a taunt now. If you try to
All right, so Johnny Cage's combo capabilities doesn't seem to be the problem. The problem is you know, being able to charge up these moves. And that nut punch looks like it's going to be very useful in a neutral. And what I mean is like, say, for example, the opponent throws out a projectile that's a high. You could probably set up a taunt right then and there. Now, if you throw out a projectile with your cameo fighter, it seems like that actually would be really a good time to do a taunt with Johnny Cage. Then he could cancel a lot, which creates a lot of mind games. So in neutral, if I go for a shadow kick because I thought I could whiff punish you, I could actually, as long as this is activated, I could actually take it upon myself to create a mind game off of that, which could technically give me free pressure, basically. But I'm pretty sure there might be gaps or something like that that I would have to watch out from in lab extensively. So he can also use this in combos. So this is going to be extremely useful. So his combo capabilities are looking pretty good, where he doesn't need a cameo fighter for that.
It's a taunt now. If you try a teabag, that will also give you hype meter.
So there's something else the hype meter does that's really neat. It allows him to get an EX move without the cost of a bar.
What did he say?
So for example, EX, rising uppercut, combos. So let me build it up. Once you're in hype,
Come on.
you can hold the button down and get a free version of it. So once per combo, a free EX move.
That's awesome.
So you can use this to do simple stuff, like you could do a shadow kick. They try to punish it, you special cancel into nut punch, then special cancel into uppercut, and then for free, without using a bar, you can get an air combo, then bring in your cameo to extend it, maybe Jax's backbreaker, and then finish your combo. So big damage if you've got the hype thing up.
So the biggest thing to take of note is the mind games that he can actually get with his special moves. And you have to keep in mind, you will potentially feed into temptation because you think to yourself, okay, I can punish that. And then what ends up happening is that you end up getting comboed for it, right? So that's going to put fear into the opponent. Now, here's the thing. If I EX my move, right, even though, like, I EX'd it, I could technically go into another special move probably, which they didn't actually talk about if I EX a move. So this is going to be very interesting to lab with and experiment with Johnny Cage, because it seems like he can really do some serious mind fucking. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking forward to it.
And it's just fun to do.
It's also incredibly fun to do, and it's super fun to hear the crowd.
We will see we'll see some amazing versions of it in the fight at the end of the show
Yes.
Right.
Lastly, there's one more mechanic I wanted to show. Johnny Cage has a unique mechanic where he can actually break a throw, use 1 bar of meter to break your arm, and then disable your throws for limited time. So if you could neutral jump and do a throw, I'll show you.
Oh.
That was not a neutral throw.
What?
Okay, so this is very interesting because he kind of has like this Jackie Briggs type throw situation going on here. The reason why I say this is very interesting is because what happens is that the opponent will eventually try to throw you when their back is pushed into the corner. And this happens a lot in Mortal Kombat 11, which I was very annoyed by, right? So I did kind of like the idea that, you know, Jackie Briggs has some type of parry stuff, but this is on a whole different level, which means that you have to deal with Johnny Cage when your back is pushed into the corner, which means you can't just simply just, oh, I'm a poke and then I'm gonna throw you and shit. No, it's not gonna work. You would have to go for a combo string or something of the sort. Now, what's also interesting about this is that I'm wondering if this is gonna work against characters that have access to a command grab. Also, I'm also wondering, since you cannot throw, that would also mean that you are susceptible to getting throwed by the opposing, the opponent on the opposing side. That's literally what that means. It means that I could just throw you consistently. So it looks like it lasts for probably like 3 to 4 seconds, maybe. So this is going to be very interesting to lab with because I'm starting to expose a lot of shit competitively with Johnny Cage that can more than likely end up happening. So that would mean Johnny Cage's mix-ups are now going to become a serious problem, because now if you fuck around and you try to like press a button or you try to jump or something, guess what's going to happen? You're going to get fucking comboed. So now if I throw you, right, it doesn't seem like you'll be able to tech the throw. If you can't throw, you can't tech the throw. That's literally what that means. Oh man, this is looking pretty juicy. You know what I'm saying? So overall, I already have a pretty good idea of how you should play as him, or at least how I want to play as him. I'm not going to reveal any other details besides that. I would rather show you guys in online matches. I don't know exactly his full move set, so that's going to be interesting. I noticed when he went into the menu, it said throwing shades, so I'm wondering how effective that's actually going to be, or at least that's what I think that move was called. So like I said, Johnny is a rushdown character, which is a clear indication that you're going to be using a certain type of cameo that can assist Johnny with like applying even more pressure when the opponent's knocked down, setting up certain situations, to where his Oki game is going to be really good. And it seems like it's going to be really good. Also, I'm wondering if you go for an armored move against this dash right here on knockdown, I'm wondering how effective that's going to be. I'm pretty sure he could possibly go through Cameo's wake-ups as well. I don't know. And I'm pretty sure you probably won't even be able to do that when you're standing up. Both of you guys are standing up in a neutral because, like they said, you are vulnerable. But I'm wondering if he's able to make it to where the opponent can't use like their defensive options on wake up when they're knocked down on the ground. If he preemptively does it, you know what I'm saying, at the right time. So I'm kind of curious to see how that works. Also, another thing to keep in mind is that his ability to cancel like that is going to be insane. Now, that move that he has is not a regular forward dash. That's a special move, which means that he can keep switching sides with you and continuously going for pressure. And then on top of that, the thing you have to also understand about this, though, is the simple fact that, like, when he goes behind you, right, he could set up a cameo for more pressure with that. But the crazy thing about that, though, is the fact that when that star is activated, I personally believe, at least from my creative side of things, okay, if I'm using Johnny, I could actually go for a special move, and I could actually go behind you with his dash. Y'all know what I'm saying? You know how crazy that's going to be, bro, to see that? Then on top of that, I might be able to not only get out of the corner with that, I'm wondering when he goes into the star mode, I'm wondering if he's still unsafe or does his special moves become plus on block, depending on how you do it, right? I'm wondering if he can get an actual true block string just out of special moves, because it seems like that's going to be very possible. Obviously, his shadow kick is probably a high and his rising star is probably at mid, so he might have like a high mid mind game off of that to where might be able to interrupt it or something like that, or flawless block you. So it's going to be very interesting to experiment with that. Also, you have to understand his combo capabilities seem to be really good, so it doesn't seem like he needs a cameo fighter that can assist him with combos. It seems like he's going to need a cameo fighter that can assist him with applying pressure and closing the distance in the neutral when it comes to the opponent, and also being able to set up his taunts when he gets done with a combo or something like that, so that way he doesn't get interrupted. And then on top of that, even if he does get interrupted, it seems like to me you could say, for example, the opponent has 50% health and you only have like 10% or 5% or 15% or 20%. If you think it's a losing round, you could probably set up a taunt. You understand what I'm saying? To where, you know, it's charged up for the next round and you'll be more prepared. So that's another idea that can be used. As far as canceling into special moves consistently, like I said, it seems like he can build up a lot of meter, right? To make it to where the opponent is going to have to make a decision. They're going to have to feed into temptation. Now, his ability to break out of combos, depending on how much meter he can build off of special moves, because I don't know how much meter you build when you do go for special moves, but his ability to have meter and possibly build it up pretty quickly if you're a good enough player, dude, his ability to armor and break out of combos are going to be probably insane. It's probably going to be insane with Johnny. Probably with the right assist character, because we don't even know how many other assists or cameo fighters, are going to assist Johnny Cage with that. So I'm not going to expose any other ideas, but I'm kind of giving you guys an idea of how he can be played, because it seems like there's going to be mind games and pressure, and there's going to be pure guessing to a certain degree on the opponent's side when it comes down to this type of stuff. So say, for example, I do an unsafe overhead or something like that, like a special move. I could go into multiple overheads, or if it's a special move, or I could hit you with a low. And then what the crazy part is that I'm wondering, when he consistently cancels, what is his recovery time? Because it seems like when he's going into special move after special move, it seems like he can cancel pretty quick. So I'm wondering if I go into like an overhead, I could stop and then go directly into a low. Now, if he had a move where he can cancel that shit, that would be fucking insane. And I'm talking about where he can cancel it really quickly. So I'm wondering if I go for like an overhead and then I cancel into another overhead, you think I'm going to cancel again and then I hit you with a low. or I grab you. So, like I said, it's gonna be very interesting live with Johnny Cage. So overall, I'm not gonna expose any more ideas with Johnny Cage, but I am looking forward to using Johnny Cage in this game and seeing what else he can do and figuring out ways on how to get in, because his reward once he gets in is pressure and mix-ups, right? So dealing with a character like Rain, which seems like a keep away character, it's not going to be that easy to get in on him, or certain other zoners that are potentially going to be in this game, right? So y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section down below, because it seems like when it comes to his recovery, you're going to have to set up certain combos to where you can get that out. You might be able to use certain special moves in the neutral that can help you out. You can use your cameo fighter for that, more than likely. If it's a losing round, then you can obviously set up a taunt like that. So these are a few things that you could potentially do. His ability to gain meter is probably going to be insane. And I'm not talking about the taunts. I'm talking about strictly the special moves itself, because he's able to cancel consistently. And then you have one armored attempt every time you get the star up, so that can become extremely useful. So say for example I break out and my star is 100% and I activate it, that means I have a defensive option right there where I can armor through, or I can just extend for more damage with a combo. So there's just so many different applications that he can apply just off of the shit that I've seen. And there's certain other moves that they didn't even expose, but they did expose the main core things about Johnny, which is mainly the star. That's the important thing about Johnny, I think. So overall, this is all I really have to talk about for right now, because like I said, I don't want to expose everything. But hopefully you guys are doing well out there. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.
I guess you wonder where